Welcome back, guys, and welcome to a special outdoor edition because, well, we have a solar panel here from Vtoman, and we have a battery backup here from the same company, of course. And we're going to unbox and review these two items and the possible uses for them. And I have done something like this before, but this time we have a way to charge it that isn't the wall or the car. So first, let's unbox this part. I pre-cut everything so I didn't have to go looking around for stuff to cut the box open with. And we are greeted with the manual. So this is the Jump 600X portable power station. And it's nice to go through if you need to know anything about what's going on. If there's a connection you don't know about or anything, you always should check it out. Friendly tips: do not disassemble or repair or modify. Yeah, anything that you shouldn't take apart, especially something with a voltage that you can get a big jolt from, just don't. And this is cool. We get stickers. Ooh, lots of stickers. These are actually pretty cool stickers.
You may have wandered into unknown terrain, but you're still you.
Not such a windy day, so that's pretty cool. And also not, because I have something else to test. And I was hoping for, sad to say, wind. Okay. Alright, accessories. So in this box, we get the power charger. Nice heavy, it's not very light, so you know the quality is actually there. A lot of these things, like especially e-bike chargers, are absolute garbage in my opinion, but they work, and so far I haven't had a big problem. So there's your power supply for charging AC. And then we have, we have some USB-A to USB-C. We have USB-C to USB-C. We have the power cord for said adapter. And we have the car charger. Okay, so if you're out and you need to use it for out and about, of course, it'd be dumb not to have something like this. So off the hop here, we have a LED light. I don't know if this will just turn on like this. Yes, it does. So that is an LED light. I wonder if this is brightness. It is. As you can see, strobe, flash, and off. That's really cool. Another one I had before, it was on the side. I think that's pretty cool. Gives you that. And the form factor is actually a little bit, I'd say it's the same size. This one's got a little bit more oomph. So that's pretty cool. So the same thing goes here, of course, that it would be on any other unit like this. If you want to use your USB-C or anything like that, you need to engage this button here to engage these ports. And it'll tell you here you got about 99 hours of use time with 79% capacity left in the battery. Keep in mind, this is literally out of the box charge. So turn that off. You want AC, we turn AC on. Now 99 hours, of course, is going to be fictitious. Also now see, it dropped down to, well, now it's trying to calculate. And the problem with that is, it's really going to fall down to what is plugged in. Right now it just went up 72 hours because, well, let's face it, there's nothing plugged in pulling the wattage right now. So that is why you would see it like that. Here we have the 12 volt, and you would engage it by, again, just pressing the button. You have your input right here, a 12 volt at up to 30 volts. So that's going to be your car DC input or your house power adapter. Now right here, we have battery. So this is where you could actually, I'm believing, jump start your car. Or also, that's probably going to be something to do with here's your jumper cable hookup right here. And this one is battery. Overall, the fit and finish, of course, is extremely nice. It's decently lightweight that you would be able to carry it, a little ways to put it where you wish to have it, whether you're camping or using it for other reasons like I would. For example, charging cameras, using stuff where I have no power whatsoever, maybe powering cameras, in a remote area when I need to record, this should be more than efficient to do so. Running a computer, anything. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, let's get this here opened and take a look at what this is like. I'm kind of excited to see this because I've never owned a solar panel before, except for, I guess, the ones in my security cameras. Other than that, I've never actually had my own solar panel. Oh, that's really cool. So this comes with a, I wanted to say carry case, but it looks like this is actually the finish. Like that it actually has this nice finish on it. And then it has a pouch here, I think, for putting cabling or whatever in. But let's get it out. Okay. So this will open up just like so. There is a protective foam in here, which I probably recommend putting back in when you're done. Just so it's not, you know, something that's going to stop it, I guess, from cracking. It doesn't feel like glass or anything, so the finish is actually kind of rubberized. It's actually really nice. So whatever it is conductive and does what it needs to do. And that's all we hope. So now we have our solar panel. Now we need to see how it hooks up to our device. So we have two different connections here. Let's see how long of a cable. So in that pouch, we had the cable, the extension. So that's actually really, really cool. And of course this will give us an extra maybe 4 feet. So now we have a combination of extra length here, which we can use. And you'll see here that this stuff just plugs in and locks in. There we go. Simple as that. Okay, so one thing I want to show here, besides this guy right there, say hi, is there are kickstands on the bottom. They're just Velcro. You just pull them out and tip it back and away you go. I don't want him thinking this is something to possibly pee on. And then you'll see here that you're going to see it flashing, which means it's getting energy from here, from the solar panel, and charging. Now, my problem here today is late in the day, the sun is going down. So I'm not going to get much of it. We're here to take a look at how much of a charge I got in roughly 1 hour. And we went from 79%, as you can see here, to 87%. And I just had put the unit like this because in my area, the sun would be coming at this time of the day through here. And it was the only way it was getting sun really well at that point in time, as now it's gone down. But we got from 79, so we went up 8%, 9% on battery charge in 1 hour. That's not bad, considering the time of day, and it was just one of those days where I can only get out when I can get out to do things, and yeah, I'm very impressed. It's charging it, and yeah, let's just go back in. Honestly, overall, these batteries are absolutely amazing, and this one being a Lifey, okay, with a BMS, very important because that is the savior of the battery. BMS technology is needed. Basically, this is, you know, basically another version of the other one that I did. It's a different brand. It's got more horsepower, if you want to call it that, because this is a 600 versus the other one at 500. Light is here. So let's just show that real quick. And it's pretty cool. Whereas the other one I reviewed had the light on the side, and that's cool if you're pointing it somewhere or carrying it like a flashlight. I mean, you could still carry this one just by holding it this way and using it that way as well. But overall, it was pretty cool. So I've never had a solar panel before, as I said before. And with this solar panel, I was able to charge. I put it out there for 1 hour, and it was at 79%. And as you can see here, its capacity is saying 87. So it went up from 79 to 87 within 1 hour, which is pretty awesome. That's pretty impressive, actually. I don't know if it would even go up. I guess it would probably maybe go up a little higher off a car or the house power, but at the same time, I'm impressed. So when you're charging with this unit, you're plugging into this outlet right here. On my other one, now here's the other cool thing. This solar panel is compatible with 3 different types of power hookups. My other one actually has the hookup that the extra hookup this has is one of the ones that will plug into that one. So it's kind of cool. Now I can charge both my units off the Vtoman solar panel. That's actually awesome. That is such good news. And as I said, my first time having a solar panel, I like this design with the fold out, and it's just it works. Like, I mean, it's solid. The build quality is pretty darn amazing. You have grommets. I don't know if the camera's seeing that. Probably not. But there are grommets right here on the edge of every single part of this, and you can just kind of mount it up. Like, if, for example, I could put a couple screws in the side of my shed, and whenever I want to use this and have it up high, I just put it up on the shed. So that is really cool because of my fence line. Sometimes the sun doesn't come in the way I would like it, and you want to utilize as much sun as you can get. So there you go. So basically, it is not too heavy. It is actually quite handleable, I guess, if you were walking into the woods, or maybe you had something where you could put it on your backpack or something just to alleviate some weight. But it's not too bad to hold it by the handle and just walk into your campsite or whatever it is you're using it for. For me, it'll be more like a studio. I need to record and away I go. I'm charging. I don't have to worry. I could take this to any event and not worry off a full charge. In fact, I probably won't even burn 10% of the battery the whole time I'd be at an event. And the reason being, none of the stuff that I would plug in here is really going to draw a lot. I mean, you plug into the USB ports, let's say you're drawing 10 or 30 watts, you're still not going to hurt the battery on this thing, no matter what. So it's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm kind of excited to move into this new era of these battery backup or battery power systems. I won't call them backup because keep in mind, the power goes out, you do need to turn it on, okay? So it's not going to just work without doing that. You have to turn the unit on. If you don't turn it on, and now I'm hearing the fan go there, just whoop, now it's off because, of course, it's not heat. There's no taxing to the unit, but it is fan cooled. That's another cool feature about this. Brings air through and out the side. So that is something that's also important because, well, batteries can get warm, especially when they're being drained like a high drain. But anyway, quick run over. You have a jumper cable hookup right here. You have battery right here. AC outlets, which are turned on right now just by pressing that button. USB ports. So we have our USB 3.1. So that should be your like higher pull than these two here. And then you have your USB-C, which will pull the most capable amperage out of the battery. And then we can turn that off and we can go straight to DC. And DC, you have this connection out, and of course the cigarette lighter out. Now, another thing you can do, of course, is you can turn on 2 different things. Don't think you have to have one thing on or the other. Let's see if I do 3, and I got all 3 on. So now I have AC, DC, and USB-C or USB support going. And you know what? We're going to turn the light on too. So you can do it all. It's a whole new world for me, guys, and I'm pretty excited to be in it, to be honest. And it's something I always wanted to try and get into. Something that I was it's tech, and I'm a tech reviewer. This is the kind of things that would help me out in the long run when I need it most. Power goes out, I plug in my one aquarium. I can run it for a week or 2. The air pump, so I don't kill my eel. You know, Knuckles would be pretty upset if he can't breathe. Thanks to these guys, I don't have to worry about losing my good friend, Knuckles the eel. If you guys ever want to see that, comment below and I'll show you Knuckles. If he comes out of his house, I'll have to feed him or something. But he's a really cool guy. And or girl. Not sure what he is, to be honest. But anyway, I'm getting off topic, of course, because that's what I could do real fast. I just want to say that I'm very happy that these companies, and I want to thank Vtoman for sending this out, because it's, you know, it's a new industry for me. They're taking chances on me, and I want to thank them for that. It's not a paid review by any means. I just want to, go over a few things really quick. What would the uses be for this? Your fridge, your freezer, your, well, aquarium, keep your expensive friend alive. Lighting, LED lighting, especially, right? Charging the camcorder, having power, having a fan in your tent, whatever the case may be, this will power it all up for you. Have a laptop out on the run, and you don't want to run the battery down, so you keep it plugged in, so then when, let's say, if this ever did die, your battery's still full, and you're able to watch movies or whatever on the go. So there's so many different things you can do with this, right down to, maybe heating up a kettle of coffee, or a pot of water. There's so much you can do. I don't recommend probably running a microwave or something off it, but maybe a low-powered one, who knows? But the bottom line is, this guy here can pretty much do just about anything you want, as long as it fits the power requirements. And keep that in mind, these guys sell a bunch of different models. This is their little boy. And then you can go up. I will leave a link for their website in the comments below. Anyway, guys, this is my review of the Vtoman. This is the Jump 600X, which is 299 watt hours, which is 600 watts. And this power station, the batteries are lifey, which I can't stress how cool that is. And, it's got the super safe BMS, so you don't have to worry about bad things happening. And people always worry about lithium and lifey batteries. Well, the BMS is what protects you from that, okay? So it's a great product. I love it. And you can boost and jumpstart your car off it. Guys, I'm very happy, and I'm thanking Vtoman for sending this out again, because I wouldn't have been able to play around with this kind of stuff without you, the viewers, and them seeing that I have the viewership to actually be able to review this kind of product. Game over.